Hey everyone, Alpha Omegas is here, and tonight I am going to show you about my progress on the Custom Shops mod. So, last time I chatted with you all, I was reporting on how I was going to add in binding custom shops to NPCs, and finally, after just taking a whole day to sit down and work with it, it's been like 2-ish weeks, I think, since I've actually updated the shop itself, or the mod itself. I finally got around to learning how to bind custom shops to NPCs, and the result is fantastic. I'll show you that in a second, but it took me about a day and some keyboard mashing, some patience, and some good music to figure everything out. So let me load up Stardew real fast, and I'll show you how it works. Alright, so I'm gonna load up my character real fast. It's been a long time. I need to play more Stardew. Load up my character. Yes, it's silent, I know. The fact that there's no music playing is because I'm working on a second mod right now. I'm kind of doing cross-development. That's not the right term at all, ignore that. I'm currently working on a second mod, which is a little more of a secret right now. But hopefully I'll have that out probably not this next week, because I got some more life stuff coming up, and not the following week because that's finals, but hopefully sometime in the really near future I'll have this mod out, and with it hopefully I'll have a cool announcement for you guys. Then again, if you watched one of my earlier streams, I hinted at something which is also related to this announcement, and I've been meaning to get around to, but thankfully with summer vacation coming up, I'll finally get around to it. So anyway, first off, let me talk. So I bound this custom shop to Abigail, and so how this shop works is after I talk with Abigail, once she's done talking for a day, the custom shop will pop up on my screen, and I'll be able to buy whatever the heck I want. So, there she is. It's just too cold to go outside much. Okay. But I do enjoy building a snow goon. And I'm done talking with her, and boom, right then there's my shop. So you see I can buy some leather boots. That's a broken leak. I need to fix these shops. And some of you are probably like, wait a second, this is just a shop from the Custom Shops mod, which is true, but this actually is a shop separate from the Custom Shops mod that is also in the same folder as the NPC. I just happened to be lazy and copy-pasted it over, but as you can see, I can still buy stuff, and it's a completely separate shop altogether. And you know, you don't have that awkward menu anymore if they got click and select from that someone was like, oh, I'm sad about this. However, the old functionality still exists, so if you still want to call it, you can still be like, oh look, my shop. Anyway, that aside, let me show you some of how the code works. I didn't even get to show you the best part because I forgot to tweak my settings first. So I'm gonna maximize this. So basically how this code works is it does an update tick. This is SM API code, so yeah, I know, Farmhand's coming out, but it has a compatibility layer. So this is SM API code. Okay, well, my family's getting really excited about a show right now. So we got, during the update tick, we got if the game is loaded, or if the game is not loaded, don't even bother. They would crash the game otherwise. If my last chat is true and current speakers is null, basically, keep this in, I'll explain this in a bit. Basically, if, not even the right function. There, let's go down a bit. When I load up the game and my character is loaded in, I set up some bools to be true. Don't worry about these. You just copy the source code. Path equals path on disk, which is just pointing to the actual mod DLL itself because I shoved the file into the same directory. File name equals mystreamingshop.txt, copied over because I'm lazy, but you can literally call this anything you want as long as the file exists and it follows the same format as custom shops. And you know, I have that tool that I made for you guys that you can keep using to make more custom shops easily. Game locations, NPC locations. What I do is I iterate through all my game locations, all my NPCs, and if I find Abigail here, I want my NPC to be Abigail. So this is how you bind it, is you can just change the name right here. So if I was to do like Penny or something, Penny would be bound to my custom shop. And so she would be my merchant. So this is nice is because that way you can access even custom NPCs that you guys add in without having to mess with the serializer, because I know the mod that I was looking at before, the Ashley mod, had to edit the serializer, and that causes all sorts of problems. But this does not touch the serializer one bit. So now if you just change this, you can bind the shop to any sort of NPC. And so now we can go back up here. So basically, if my current speaker, if I'm currently talking to my NPC down there, if I'm currently talking to Abigail, I do a bunch of checks because there's a lot of nonsense that happened between shops hyper spamming themselves onto the screen and so forth, and just trying to check some basic nonsense. So I don't even know if I use some of these pools. I don't even know if I use once anymore. That might not be a thing. Probably is not a thing. Nope. Never mind. Still use it. Wow. Alright, once is regarding to the shop. First is regarding to the talking to the NPC. Activate shop is actually if I'm going to turn on my shop or not. It's pretty weird. Don't. Yeah. So if first equals false, if I haven't talked, if I'm talking to my NPC, I should have named this something else. I'm sorry. Grab their dialogue and look at it. And if this is basically, I said it, if the NPC is going to be on their last piece of dialogue, turn on my shop. And so if this is going to be the last dialogue, so if current dialogue is blah, it's blank. Last chat equals true. Last chat is on final dialogue. First equals false. Yeah. And so then what it does is it updates all this. The hierarchy of that matters. This is kind of poor coding, but it works. Last chat equals true, and current speaker is null. Basically, when I'm finished talking with my NPC, and we're done talking for the day, I just do a log just to make sure. Probably don't even need that anymore. And then I can call my NPC shop, and basically don't talk to my NPC anymore. If my current speaker is equal to null, like if I'm not talking to anyone at all, just nicely refresh all my booleans and return. Now, basically, if I call my NPC shop, I can go all the way down here. If my active shop is false, turn it to true. Basically, my shop isn't set properly, but it's called set the shop anyways. That's probably redundant as well. Man, I was really tired today. If active shop equals true, or if activate shop is true, and my shop is not already opened, basically, if my shop has only been opened once, open up my shop. And basically what it does is it goes custom shop mod redux.class1.external shop file call path to the actual file itself, the file name, the string of what the NPC will tell me when I open up the shop. That's key. You guys didn't see that before because I didn't set my options properly. And then the NPC that I'm actually passing in. Now, what this does is it points to the location of the actual shop file, asks what shop file you want to do. This will be the idle banter that the NPC says, and this right here is the NPC you're passing in, Abigail in our case, and that's the portrait that's going to use for the mod. So, with that all said, let me load up Stardew Valley one more time. Sorry guys, it's been a long day. I've been busy with exams and such and just other life. But I'm here and I want to make sure that you guys had this in your hands. So, load up my character. I'm going to go to my options. I want to fix that. I don't even know what that did, but it did it. So now it's windowed. I want my zoom buttons. I'm just going to zoom all the way out so you guys can get a really good look. Welcome to my farm. Also, say hello to the burning scarecrow. That's never getting old. I'm sorry guys. I love my burning scarecrow. You know, even though it's like a glitch and it's not intended as it's supposed to be, it's still really hilarious. Still one of my favorite things from custom shops and trying to add in big craftable objects is lighting random craftable stuff on fire. But anyway, that's not the point. Just gotta wait for the little timer to finish ticking so I can go talk to Abigail. But yeah, I'm really satisfied with how this turned out as a whole. It's been a long time. I spent a long time working on this, and I'm pretty tired. But I hope this moves the community forward at least a little bit in terms of modding. So, talk to Abigail one last time. It's just too cold to go outside much, but I do enjoy building a snow cone. And then right here, what I did is I passed in Abigail, the NPC. Hey there, aren't you going to buy something? And there you go. There's custom shops bound to an NPC. Buy some stuff. Buy me some boots. And wooden brazier. And a burning scarecrow. Money was subtracted. Unfortunately, I can't talk to her anymore today. And I can't open up the custom shop anymore because that's how NPCs are bound. Oh, yeah, thanks. That's how NPCs are bound, is it checks their dialogue and if they're talking with you. However, the thing I did notice is that shops are usually bound to tiles. So like right here, you see how I can click the tile? That's how I can open Parie's shop. And so I'm pretty sure you can just add in more shops via the Xtile or Maps editor. And so that would be kind of the same thing where you could still pass in the same NPC and would still throw up their portrait and everything. You can still throw in the NPC with like the idle banter and everything. It would be called the exact same way. It would just be bound to a tile instead of like a legitimate character. Yeah, and so there you go. There's the shops. There's the NPCs, and that's pretty much it. I'm glad I could finish this up, and hopefully you guys have fun with this. Alright, this is Alpha Omegasis signing off.